My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody from your past that has struggled to let go of the memory of you for a long time. So we have the lily, and most of the time I see this as kind of like a peaceful energy, but what I'm picking up on now is more so a length of time. Um, a long term no contact, or we're not supposed to be connected kind of connection, where somebody now feels like there's an opportunity to reconnect or be a part of your life again, even if it's just to be there for you in a moment where you're dealing with something difficult, or perhaps they are. But let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime ten, and I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box along with more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. And in that description box, you can also find out how to purchase one of my homemade soy candles. I might actually, guys, give me a second. Sorry, guys. I think I'm low on candles, so I had to go grab another one. I should have done that before I started. But we have some candles at the end of their life here. And I probably just need to admit that that's what's going on. All right, so let's do this. So we're gonna start off with it sounds like I have a bunch of beer cans. We're gonna start off with I'm gonna go with the Witch's Tarot and see what else we have. It didn't really help, did it? Hold on, you guys. Candle technical difficulties. Will that help? No, it might be too bright. We'll see. All right. What else do we have? What else do we have regarding this long-term no contact? Yeah, so this is like running into your ex years after they broke your heart, or, chose someone else, or, maybe they weren't ready for a relationship. But there's something here worthy of like a congratulations. With that Eight of Pentacles, there is some achievement that has happened. Is this Three of Swords recent though? Yeah. So yes, there was something that was a little bit heartbreaking between the two of you. Wow. So I just got the Three of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. You think the number 3 is important for this reading? Hey, I'm not really interested in your BS, so I'm going to put you in a 5-minute timeout. If you want to come back and not be weird about it, that's cool, but otherwise go, I don't know, haunt somebody else. This is wild. It could signify that it's been 3 years, but I think this is more so saying we had separation after heartbreak between the two of you, and each of you have been, doing what you need to do, working on the things that are important. Hello, Mike. How are you doing? So it definitely feels like this is one of those things where I guess I would kind of compare it to the footage that we have of Winona Ryder making eyes at Johnny Depp after they had been broken up. And you can see there's clearly still some love between the two of them. There has been time, there has been distance, there has been, you work on your stuff, I'll work on mine. But there's some difficulty that has happened for you or this person. And it makes for some sort of opportunity, whether it's a funeral or a wedding or, um, some sort of change in regards to your professional life that makes this connection kind of rise to the top. You see this person, maybe you're on a book tour, maybe you are going viral. Maybe there is a contract that brings your worlds together, but it's one of those like, okay, I guess I'm gonna kind of like time travel a little bit and think about all the times that I spent with this person. And even though I haven't seen them in a long time, it still feels like I know them better than most people. Hello, pretty Nikki. How are you doing? Hello, Hamza. Please call me Carmen. Hello, Erasable. How we doing? I hope you're having a good one. What else do we have? The Queen of Wands. So I feel like this is success with loneliness. Like, yeah, I'm getting my dream, I'm living my dream, or I've been able to become an expert in my field, or, I'm a successful musician, but the connections that I have with people around me seem fake or unreliable. So we have someone who feels alone despite, achieving or accomplishing quite a lot. And perhaps this individual has, something that brings them back to their hometown, or something that causes them to make a visit. Nine of Wands and the Emperor. Big fish in a little pond is what I'm picking up on. It's like, yeah, there are people who respect me, or there are people who may even like put me on a pedestal, but this person knew me before the chaos, knew me before everything went crazy, knew me before I was successful. It's like I yearn for this friendship or this connection where it wasn't about, what people could get from me, or the fame or the riches. It's just people who know me. I do feel like this is someone who feels isolated. So we have the Queen of Wands and we have the Emperor. Both have that fire energy behind them. Both are bold and have pursued what is important to them. The Queen of Wands does not need to be a woman, and the Emperor does not need to be a man. But they have been able to pursue what's important to them, and I feel like they are now quite successful, each in their own right. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Prince of Cups, or Knight of Cups, in the reverse. So interesting that these two are crossing paths again. This is like you're a soulmate of mine. Maybe not the only soulmate, right? But at a time when someone is feeling lonely and a little bit frustrated, they're encountering this person who really does know and care about them. And it's not for silly, like, oh, you could like give me a good job kind of reasons. Or, oh, you're famous, you could make me famous kind of thing. Hello, Kanga, how are you doing? I don't know what you're asking. Who else is an umbrella? Rihanna? What else do we have? This is the Wild Reflection, Wild Reflections Tarot. Four of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So in somebody's sadness or grief, perhaps they need a little bit of a break from the hectic schedule that they've been doing. There is this break, there is this reconnection, or seeing somebody It's like, I went home to go celebrate my little sister's graduation, and there you are. Or I went back because I needed to move my parents into an old folks home, and I run into you at the local grocery store. There's plenty of like kind of cheesy movies where people who had a love affair long ago, things fell apart. We have more threes. Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands. Now they have this opportunity to reconnect. And I feel like it's because they need each other. Like, nobody really understands me the way that you do. If I were to ask for someone to be by my side during this difficult time, it would be you. Three of Cups, reunion. Six of Swords, moving into calmer waters. It's like, hey, we had a difficult breakup or things weren't really easy when I decided I had to go away. But now the stress of life just kind of evaporates, knowing that I can sit here and like shoot the ish with you. Like there's no fakeness with this person. Oh, thank you so much, Chelsea. That's so kind of you. I appreciate that. Hello, Albert. How are you doing today? Yes, happy June. How are you today, Malakea? Hello, Alex. How's it going? King of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. So there's just strength and patience and comfort. Even if this isn't about, okay, we're going to like be romantic together, this could just be you're having a difficult time and maybe you feel disconnected from the world, but I knew you way back when. And I'm going to remind you who you are in a difficult time, in a time where maybe nobody else really knows the real you, and remind you of what you do in this space, or how you have positively impacted people. I'm glad to hear that, Alex and Albert. Hello, Jaxie. What's up? So maybe it's an actor who has had a flop of a movie. Maybe it's someone who has experienced the loss of a person very close to them, family, friend, or lover. But this is like, I'm not feeling great. I'm not feeling amazing about myself, even though maybe certain elements of my life have been going really well. And in that moment of sadness, they get to reconnect with somebody who shows them you still have that strength. You still have that capacity to be amazing. Don't let this frustrating, difficult time distract you from what you are meant to be doing or from who you really are. A little reminder, you're loved, you're going to be just fine even though this has happened. Seven of Cups in the reverse and the King of Cups. Yeah, there's depression here. And even though it's difficult, or even though you might feel disillusioned or frustrated, sometimes you've got friends or family members that show up when you least expect them to, or people who can reflect back to you the kindness that you showed them. Maybe it's like someone feels like it's my turn, you were there for me when I went through something really difficult. So it's an honor to feel like now I have the chance to be there for you. Ten of Wands. The Star. Yeah, this is like an unexpected blessing. Like I didn't think that I was going to run into you, or if I did run into you, I didn't expect it to be just like caring and like regenerative, you know? Just setting aside whatever problems happened in the past or the frustrations of life taking us away from each other. But in this moment of difficulty, just kind of being a good friend or being a good support so that I can get through the rainy days and imagine life getting a little bit better or easier. Not forgetting the important things in life. This is the Love Oracle. Let's see what else we've got. Hello, Frederick. How are you doing today? Bitterness, anger, resentment, hurtful words, past life. So yes, there were things that were difficult the last time I saw you. The last time we spent, time together might have been really difficult or challenging, or maybe I was screaming at you, or you were crying, or I was yelling, whatever. But there's still that love underneath it all and that sense of connection. So maybe this is somebody who's just being a really good friend during, the loss of something. What else? Soulmates, deep love, unity, and connection. Maybe these two are about to get back together. Like, I thought I was doing fine. I thought, I didn't need that kind of connection. And then this difficult thing happened, and I'm feeling down, I'm feeling upset. But seeing this soulmate from their past, it's like, oh, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe this happened for a reason, right? Hey, Alan. You're welcome to share your beliefs here as long as it doesn't go into the territory of recruitment or judging people for their beliefs. If that does happen, then just know we like to play whack-a-mole in here, which is the loving term we use for, putting people in a timeout. So other than that, I'm sure he loves you too. What else do we have? Longing, craving, aching, wanting, and finality. Farewells, closure, leaving behind. Did we lose a card? So this finality is the thing that is making someone upset. And it probably is someone breaking up or like losing something important to them, possibly related to their career. But I feel like probably more likely this is feeling the loss of a person. Interesting question. Let me write that down for you. So I would just remind you that when I do those questions, they're for me to pull cards regarding you. I will answer your question. And keep in mind, we're about 15 minutes away from doing questions. About asynchronous. I've added that for you. Let's see what we've got. This is the tarot of the cat people. What else do we have? Five of Cups, grief, loss, and grace, acceptance, peacefulness. someone who is in the right place at the right time, even though you may have had issues in the past. This soulmate of yours is going to remind you who you are, help you through a difficult time. Six of Swords, Ace of Swords, and remind you of the other things going on that, are a positive balance to the negative events that have happened. Helping this individual move beyond the difficulty. So it does look like it's the Queen of Wands who is going through the loss, and the Emperor is assisting. But it's kind of hard to tell because both of them, it's like they've taken turns helping each other in the past. You were always there for me. When I felt like I didn't know how I could continue to move on, you were there to remind me. So these two people know each other for a reason. Yes, Tarot of the Cat people. Is it upside down? One of my favorites, to be honest. It has kind of like a Russian vibe to it. Maybe that might be wrong on my part, but I love the art on him. What else do we have? I'm smelling cigarette smoke, and you guys, I don't have any reason to be smelling that. So I don't know if you or this person used to smoke cigarettes together, or maybe you do in this situation. But even if there's been no romantic connection between the two of you for a long time, there is this desire to be there and help each other through difficult times. Hey, Lemonade, how's it going? Thank you for the sparkles, Jaxie. Ten of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Maybe this individual feels betrayed. Like, I don't know how I can move beyond this difficult time, or, once I went through this loss, I realized that the people that were around me weren't really my friend, that I can't really trust them. But in the same breath, I find that soulmate or friend from my past is there. When I feel alone, that maybe even former lover is the person who reminds me I'm fully capable of getting back on that horse or getting back up after I've fallen and pursuing what I need to in life. It's a reminder you've got this, even though you're in this Five of Pentacles. Like, can't believe this is so difficult. So this is beautiful. This person's in your life for a reason, and they remind you what's important and the beauty within. I'm a cat daddy. That's great, Albert. Hello, Panagiotis. How are you doing? We've got Temperance in the reverse and the Queen of Cups in the reverse. That's the thing, like, you can't always expect life to be easy or perfect. Maybe we have someone who felt like they had found the one, or felt like everything was going well, and then everything starts falling apart. I thought I had friends. I thought I had, the place I wanted to live. I thought I had the career that I wanted. But now we have someone who feels like a little down in the dumps, a little bit depressed. There are not a lot of people that would be able to remind this person, whether it's the Queen of Wands or the Emperor. It's okay. It's going to be all right. That's one thing that happened, but you're stronger than that. The Empress and the Page of Pentacles. So this person from the past, probably an ex, but possibly a former friend, is, it's like the catalyst for someone to believe again or let go of their sadness and their frustration and use that sadness and frustration as energy to move on. Even if it's been years since I've seen you, even if it's been ages since we spoke, if I can be some sort of support or show you love when you feel like nobody cares about you, I would absolutely do that. And I don't feel like this is because they want something. It's just selfless. Like, no. You're someone who will always be important to me. And if I can do something to help you feel yourself again, I will absolutely do that. So this feels like selfless love. Like, I would give you the shirt off my back if you were cold. Yeah, Knight of Cups in the reverse. Someone here is like awfully surprised because it's like, but I felt like I did you wrong and you're here helping me. You're like the only one that understands me, even though I might have caused you sadness or grief in the past. Hello, Key Controller. Perfect lyrics for this reading. I agree. Hello, love. If you would like me to do a reading for you, feel free to put your request in a super chat and I will pull some cards for you. We are currently doing the general reading. What should we do next? I think we're gonna go for the hard truths. What else do we have? Hey, Carrie, how are you doing today? Humiliation. So perhaps this is someone who feels like they've been judged. The fear of being judged is holding you back. Criticism will always come, so choose that which brightens your soul, no matter the judgments. I'm so happy because they spelled judgment right. This is like, yeah, okay, maybe there are people who feel like your last movie was a flop. Maybe there are people who feel like, that thing you uploaded to your social media was ridiculous and they're making fun of you because you can't dance. Maybe someone didn't like your last fashion show. Whatever it is, it's like, hey, let them be judgy. Let them, maybe not understand you, but don't let them steal the light that you bring. Bad advice. You're listening to voices that don't know the way. Don't take guidance from those in a worse position than you. They can't lead you to where you want to go. So, if you are the one who's reconnecting with a person from your past and they are reminding you of, the reasons that you do what you do and reminding you of who you are, they might be a better person to be listening to than those that you have been listening to so far. You might have been dealing with some people who really don't know what they're talking about, or maybe even it's bad faith advice. They want to see you mess up. Naive. You're seeing things the way you want them to be, not the way they actually are. Face the truth with eyes wide open. Perhaps this person from the past is going to help you understand more clearly what you are dealing with instead of seeing things the way that you want them to be. That's an important gift. Let's see what we've got from What's the News. Hey Badger, if you would like me to pull some cards for you, please put your question in a super chat. What else do we have? Honeymooning, frenemy, and fed up. The bad advice is coming from this fake friend or someone who has hidden intentions. So I do feel like we have someone who is mourning the loss of something perhaps tied to their career, but more importantly, I feel like they realize they've been surrounded by people they can't really trust, or one person in particular they have tried to trust, and now they're realizing that's not going to work out. They feel like they've been misled and that somebody here is codependent. Misleading someone because of their own desires or how they want things to go. This is the Path of Shadows. What else do we have? Lantern, guidance, illumination, and hope. Harpy, a creature of many guises, in storms I soar, amid virtues and vices, a reflection of life's score. So this feels to me like someone realizing, I've got to be a little bit more selective in terms of who I'm connecting to or who I listen to. Thank you, Diesel. I appreciate you. Hello, Sarah. How are you doing today? And acknowledging that there's someone from, I want to say the before four, is that what they said on Rick and Morty? There's someone from their previous life, basically, right? Like long ago, who is offering a better perspective or a more intelligent piece of advice than those that have been close to this person recently. So perhaps there are some friends that should not be considered friends anymore. Starry Observatory. A little piece in a cosmic puzzle. The universe only reveals its secret if you dare to dance in the starry dazzle. This soulmate from your past truly cares about you. Or maybe you're the one who's providing the good advice. But I feel like these two were meant to cross paths again, and it's like breathing life into this person's desire to, bounce back and make things right again. Happy birthday to your father. Hello. Is it Nata? How are you doing? Banshee. All I could hear was a warning scream. Ignoring the signs won't make me free. So I do feel like this, probably the Emperor, but it could be the Queen of Wands. It does feel like they have, it kind of feels to me like these are two people who spent a previous life together. But I also feel like there is a lot of mirroring that has happened between these two. Makes it difficult for them to ever truly forget that other person. But especially when there is this depression or this feeling disconnected from everyone else, this friend or former lover is able to bring this person back to life or bring them back to seeing what needs to be dealt with and no longer being blinded to the actions that are required, probably distancing themselves from this frenemy, right? Hey JRD, would you like to try that one again? Only be respectful and don't mention me. Because ew. If you want to know what women find creepy, that would be an example right there. That was creepy. So we've got overthinking, each thought a labyrinth, endless, obscure. There's no peace amidst this self imposed torture. So, if you feel lost or saddened by what's going on and you feel like nobody around you understands, you may have someone from your past coming back around or unexpectedly connecting with you and helping you to find your North Star again. Or you might be the person that helps someone from your past find that direction. So, Jaxie had a question on how I feel about the word asynchronous. Asynchronous to me, most of the time, is something that I would assign to how someone feels when they've been working on themselves and other people around them have not. Meaning, we're not in sync, right? Not Justin Timberlake, but like difficult to understand how other people are focusing on certain things in their life that seem to be perhaps not very important to you, but that's like everything to them because you have a greater awareness on what's going on around you and like the deeper concerns and pursuits in life. So, for that particular word, I think that's how a lot of people in the collective might feel as they heal and work on themselves, trying to find a place in society or in their social group, despite realizing that things are perhaps a little bit more complex than some people might feel. So that's my opinion on that. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Thank you for hyping if you're able to, and I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.